Little, and I'm a second year student of the Sirpot College of Education, Belgium Center. So today I will be your host, and I will take you through Rawls's model of economic development, right? So for me, I will look at it as the steps to success, right? Based on his model, right? His model was developed in 1960, and it is also known as the stages of growth, right? So sit back and relax while I take you through, right? His model presents a valuable framework for understanding how countries progresses economically over time. So for my podcast, I will be using Guyana as an example to show how Guyana has evolved economically over a period of time, right? Both in advancement in the infrastructure and on the economical realm, right? So for his model, we'll be looking at 5 stages, right? Those are its 5 stages I'll be looking at for today. So his first stage looked at is a traditional society. And as the words speak of itself, traditional, that is how it is. Traditional ways of doing things, right? This is his initial stage where societies, they rely heavily on agriculture, using the tools producing just enough to survive. They will use like the forks and the cutlasses and the shovel and so. That's the way they do to do the farming, just the traditional way to do things to survive. There were lack of technology. Technology was not around at that time. There was no technological machinery and so to do things, right? So they do things in traditional ways. As you can see in the little picture that I have here, portraying how things were done, right? So this second stage now, its second stage is the preconditions for takeoff. Okay, so that is where we move from the traditional, and there's been a beginning of changes, right? Where investments start to take place, right? So for this podcast, as I said, I'll be looking at Guyana, right? So as you know, that Guyana has recently discovered an oil discovery. So production has been increased, which has led to increase in government revenues, and as such, it is expected that we have more infrastructure being built, more projects, and we have social programs and so, right? As you can see, a lot of changes have been going on. Many roads have been rebuilt. First, we used to walk in the dark in a set of mud, and now we have moved from that place into a different realm, because due to the growth that has been taking place since the oil has been discovered, new schools have been built, but what is most important at this stage here, the second stage is leadership. As much as we have those advancements and those takeoff with the oil, discovery of the oil, there's need for leadership, planning, and for national development, right? The leaders have to be very keen on what they're doing, right? In order to be successful. And then we look at the third stage, right? This here is where industrialization begins. The economy starts to reshape. Things start looking different for us. We're being recognized internationally, right? Because of our oil discovery, right? We're taking off on a new realm, right? We have new jobs being created for persons who are unemployed, persons able to get jobs, right? Factories have been built, right? And production has been increased, right? Because of the creation of these new infrastructure and access to essential services, things that we were not accustomed to. First, we had to go to Wayland to Georgetown Hospital if we had a need to do a surgery. Now they're being regional hospitals set up right within various regions. So yes, we can say there has been improvement and we can see that, right? Citizens are benefiting. Then it's also spread across the various sectors, not just the hospitality sector, right? They have been spread across, and as such there has been economic growth for our country. Then we speak about the last stage, which is the age of high mass consumption, right? And as you can see, that our last budget, 2025, this year budget, we have recorded over 43.6% overall growth, right? That speaks for itself here, right? This is the final stage in which basic needs are being met. People enjoy high standard of living. First, you go to the supermarket, you have to pick and choose what you can put in your basket. Now, you check out the price and so on. Now, you can just pick up things, put in your basket, and you go to the cashier, right? Because you're now working for more money, so you can able to consume more consumer goods, right? And it is not at this stage, it is focused, is shift now towards being comfortable, right? More comfortable services and more better quality of life for all, right? And it also reflects the accumulation of economic development, where society now, they can prioritize well-being and leisure. Now you can decide that, yes, I can go on a vacation, right? Because your standard of living is improved economically. You have more income in your hands that you can live a better life, right? So with that being said, I do hope that you are able to take a lot, right? So in concluding our summary, I consider my country in a development framework is necessary for future progress, right? And it prompts me to think critically. I start thinking critically about the role of education, the role of the government, and the innovation in driving development. While although the model is new, as its critics, it remains a useful starting point for examining, right? So that is my take on also 5 stages of economic development, and I do hope I was able to get something clear to you. It is not all, most, that you understand where our country was and where it is now, right? So with that being said, thank you for listening, and bye until.